Hey everyone, this is Darla Magic, also known as Fire Magic, Spell of New England, Pagans and Witches. We've been around since 2001 and have held many events, many rituals. And I just want to take a moment because we have been having a lot of people join our group and a lot of newbies. So I'd like to just take a reminder to settle in and help others when I can. So I'm taking a moment right now as you're looking at my prayer and healing ceremony space, this altar, this part of the altar that I have. It's a very large altar that's held in sections. This is where we hold sacred space for the prayer and healing ceremony that comes on every Sunday at 7 p.m. and where we create sacred space to answer prayers and send energy of divine blessings to each request. And what I want to tell you is, and it's also a reminder, even if you've been a magical practitioner forever, that when we create sacred space is a way of holding an energy, holding an intention, that we connect to the divine source, whatever that is to you. And we send out energy that is for the highest of good. So when you create sacred space, you need to remember this is not for what you wish for what you're hoping for, even though that is part of it. We give it up to the divine source to say, hey, whatever is best for this spell, for this ritual, for this magical intention, for this prayer, for this blessing, may it be for the best. Or even better. I always say or even better because it opens us up to those things that we might not be thinking of when we are asking for blessings and prayers. Now, also with creating sacred space, I want to remind you, if you are doing ritual, if you are doing magic, if you are doing spell work, if you are doing healing, to create a sacred space. You can do something very elaborate. And when I say elaborate, I say that with casting a circle, setting the space with sage or other smudge herbs, saying prayers, saying mantras, saying affirmations, welcoming the guardians, welcoming the directions, doing sound therapy, holding the intention sacredly. Or you can do it minimally. When you do it minimally, you need to remember you should always still cast a circle of protection. I'm a huge believer of the circle of protection because too many of us, when we are in the moment and want to do something on the fly, we may do that without casting that circle of protection. The circle of protection helps to set a boundary for the energies that may come in unnoticed. And when that happens, you open yourself up to all energy. All energy is not always beneficial to you. And some of it could be harmful or trickster energy. You want to make sure you are opening yourself up to divine energy, to divine blessings. So always cast a circle of protection. At least at the basics, cast a circle of protection. Now, when I cast a circle of protection, and when I have time, if I am in nature, I go to nature a lot. I constantly go to the trail. I am a hiker. I am a snowshoer. I am someone who walks almost every day, at least 5 days a week, out in nature, because that is where I connect to sacred space, to the divine source, to my ancestors, my spirit guides, my guardian angels, to Mother Earth and Father Sky. For me, I feel the most connected when I do that. And sometimes when I am out in nature, I feel the need to create a ritual or even maybe a spell. So if I do that, I do cast a circle of protection. Now, when you cast a circle of protection, you do not need anything but yourself and your finger or your hands. Okay, you don't need all the stuff. Sometimes I think a lot of people, when they come to magical practices, they forget that they don't need all the stuff. The stuff is to help direct your energy and amplify your energy, but it does not mean that it's necessary, okay? So just remember that. Don't feel like, oh my God, I can't do this because I don't have this crystal. I don't have this herb. You have yourself. You have your intentions. You have your energy. You have your spirit that can connect to the divine. So all you have to do is put out your hands, put out your finger, and walk clockwise, saying, I cast this circle of protection to keep me safe and sound, and fill in the space. We all create circle, we all create sacred space differently. If you do have the time, you can use the other things. You can use the tools. So when I am at home doing ritual, especially on the full moon or the new moon, and I'm at home, because sometimes I go outside in nature and do Esbats, which is your moon ceremonies. I use selenite for my full moon and ritual to create sacred space and cast a circle, and then close the circle. And then for the new moons, this is a combination. It's solidite with labradorite and hematite. And this is for my new moon ceremonies that I cast and release. Then for other rituals that I do, or spell work or magical practices that I cast a circle, this is a wand that my husband created for me. He is a wand maker and he works with wood and gemstones so amazingly. I mean, look at the handle to this wand that he created for me. He carved this himself. He did not use any special tools but a knife, and sanding it down and using polyurethane and different glue to put in the settings of the stones. And he also inscribed some magical symbols, some runes into this handle. This is one he made me many, many years ago that I actually use for the prayer and healing ceremony and other magical things I do. So I want to remind you that no matter what, when you create sacred space, always cast a circle of protection, whether you use a wand or your hands or your finger. Create sacred space, cast that circle of protection, and before you release the circle, you want to thank all the energies and spirits that came forth and release them back from where they came, and then open your circle. And remember to always say, I thank and release all energies that came forth. And I send you back from where you came with thanks and gratitude, because some energy may have came in that you did not expect and you want to release it back. So this is today's teaching about creating sacred space, holding sacred space, casting a circle of protection, and releasing a circle of protection. And also thanking and releasing all energies that came forth. I hope that's helpful. May you all have a great day. And FYI, this is a very deep purple candle, but unfortunately on video it shows up as pink, but it is deep purple. Okay, almost like the purple of this this cube, this amethyst cube. It's almost like that purple, but for some reason I think with the light it shows up as pink. So anyway, and again, this is where we cast the circle for the prayer and healing ceremony. It is surrounded by all these gemstones, and I always use either white candles or purple candles. I wish you all a blessed day. Thank you. Have a great day.